Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Carol Itoje. I'm a real estate consultant in Lagos, Nigeria, and welcome to a new episode of my video on real estate investing in Nigeria. Of course, I create these videos to educate you, inform you, so that when you're making your next real estate investment, you're able to make, an informed decision. Today, I'm going to be on a different vibe, on a different level today because I'm just coming back from a site inspection that I took a relative, of a client, and my experience with it prompted this video. So this is like an impromptu video. It's not like something I planned to do, but I'm doing it now because I feel like I have something to say. So why not just say it? So here's the thing. I think that some of you are not realistic, with the situations at hand when you're trying to buy a property, make a real estate investment. So in this video, I'm just going to be keeping it real, keeping it 100. I'm a down to earth person anyway, so I'll just tell you the way it is. Now here's the thing. Let's start with location, right? I've said this a few times in my videos that in Lagos, not just in Lagos, anywhere when you're investing in real estate, location is all about location, right? How much you pay, the price it sells for, everything. It's about location. It's where you're investing that will determine the price of an area, right? Now, if you're investing in areas that are already developed, Aja, Songotedo, Abidjan, it's going to be expensive. You see some people will contact me and be like, I don't want to exceed Songotedo, but I want it to be very, very affordable. I'm like, budget? I didn't used to ask for budget before, but when I've had several people say, oh, I want to invest in Songotedo, and the next thing, when you now start sending them options, they will now start, no, actually, I just, don't you have the one for 3 million? Really? In Aja, in Songotedo, in Abidjan? Landway just launched an estate today called the Milton Estate, and it's in Awoyaya. 500 square meters. You know how much it's selling for? It's selling for a launch price of 18.5 million a plot. Abidjan, not Aja. An official price is 21 million naira a plot. That's the reality of things. Now, even when you are paying such amount of money to buy that land, be rest assured that it's likely not going to be on the express. It's likely going to be a bit inside. Do you understand? Because an area that is already developed, all the fronts are taken. Otherwise, it will not be a developed area. All the fronts are taken. Because when you take some people from site inspection, they start to feel like, because I have, of course, because of the videos that I do and everything, and I have clients who buy properties before they see it. So especially when they say relative or friends, and it's far, and making it sound like that you deceive the person or something like that. So that's why I'm coming up with this video. I want to bring some of you back to earth. And let you know what this thing is really about, so that you know what you're doing before you see. Be honest with yourself. If you say you want to buy in a developed area, all the areas are gone, because the person I took for site inspection today, we went to Camberwell, and I've uploaded the video of Camberwell. In fact, I deliberately went for site inspection after it had rained several days. So last week it rained consecutively for 3 days, back to back. In fact, the 4th day it still drizzled. So everywhere was water. Not like waterlogged, but if you're living in an area where your street has potholes, be rest assured that the road will be bad. Water will pile up. And we know, of course, potholes are, a normal part of Lagos as it is, right now. That there's potholes everywhere. And then there are roads also that was interlocked without doing the drainage. So all you see, you're going to see even water on top of the So that's why recently I did a video on Abidjan. The link is up there. Click on it, you can see it. I did a video on Camberwell Estate that is in Abidjan GRA. Now, Camberwell Estate is in an already developed area, right? But the road, you wouldn't even know except it rains. The road before the estate has a lot of potholes. It's a road that was already done before and now breaking down. So it has a lot of potholes. And what happens to potholes? With potholes, water gathers there. So it's a bad road for now. You know, although it's still motorable, but of course it's not one of those roads you'll be happy to drive on. So, but a lot of estates are coming up in the area. So of course, you know, we're going to, after they are all done and all that, the road is going to be fixed. But then when you take some clients to sites that are very picky, like, oh, the road, no. It's like you expect everything to be done already. If everything is done already, that's Lekki phase 1. That's Aja. It's money. If you want an estate to be ready already before you invest, no problem. Like, just because I almost started to get offended. Like, it's as if, bring yourself, in my mind I was like, bring yourself down to earth. You know, we're in Nigeria, you see a little bad water, you're like, oh, it's water. You see a little bad road, and you're like, oh, it's bad road. And this is an estate, an area, of course, as we are driving, you are seeing new estate. You are seeing that the area is coming up, and then you are looking at the area, you are saying, no, this is not now, this is going to be 5, 10 years. And I asked the man, how long did it take the whole of Aja to be developed? Was it even up to 10 years? Because there were 2 of them. One of them, and both of them are very mature people, you know, I mean, in age. One of them was telling me, was drawing my attention to this, what's it called now? So he drew my attention to this estate called Emperor Estate that is just at the junction of Monastery Road there in Sogotedo, at the junction of that Novari Mall, ShopRite. The estate just on the express. He was drawing my attention there that, about 10 years ago, you know, he came here when the estate was coming out, and his brother abroad was trying to invest, but then it just wouldn't come up with the money. He kept talking to him, but he kept saying he was busy, he didn't have time, and that was how the estate went. And then Royal Garden is the same thing. It's on the express in Aja, just around that flyover bridge. Those are already developed estates, developed, delivered, inhabited, people already living there, been living there for a while now. If you want to buy a land there, I know there was one of my clients that was interested in Royal Garden, the one just on the express in Aja, like I said. And the price, I can't remember the price it was told, whether 25 million then. That was like 2 years ago, you know. So when an estate is already ready, it's already delivered, you're going to pay 2 times, 3 times the money to buy it. And if you have that kind of money, then there's no problem. That's all well and good. See, the good thing about what I do is that I don't have to lie to you, because I'm a real estate consultant and I'm partnered with not 1 or 2, not 3 developers. I'm partnered with a number of developers. Why? Because I want to have enough options for my clients. If you don't have options and you want to sell, you know, that's when you find yourself forcing something on your clients. But if you have a lot of options and your client wants something different, you have clients that want different things. So when you have a lot of options, you have anywhere you want to turn, I'll be able to find a property that suits your need, which is why I always say that, tell me your goal and I'll be able to help you achieve it. If you want to buy a land or a house in an estate that is already, you know, delivered, an estate that people are already living in, no problem. If you have the money, we'll look for a land or a house for you. But it's a lot of many millions. Do you understand? If you want to invest in an area right now, whether it is a developed area or an area that is still coming up like Ibeju, be rest assured that right now what you see will not be as pleasant to your eyes as you want. But keep your eyes on the price. Keep your eyes on the vision. Like, try to see the vision. People that do well in real estate, right? People that do well in real estate, that great investors that make their money back once, twice, 3 times, like 300% returns on their investment, are people who invested in bushes, who could see the vision. Even though something was a bush, I mean, the place was a bush, they could see the vision. They could look at it and be like, oh yeah, Take Lekki Phase 1 for example. Take Lekki Phase 1 for example. Take Magodo for another example. The different places in Lagos, big main area that you see now, are places that people never saw coming. A lot of people never saw coming, but the wise ones knew to go put their money there, even if it was a bush. So be realistic with yourself. If you want a place you can move into, we hardly have any estates that is on the express. That why will an estate be on the express if the area is already developed? People have taken the road already. People have taken places close to the road already. They're already living there. It's already built up. We usually don't get land. People who start developing an area are usually the first people close to the road. So when you're saying, oh, it's too far inside, oh, I want something, just look towards the future and look at, okay, what's coming up in this area. Is there plans that they are going to work on this road, is going to be completed soon, you know? And when that's the more reason, another reason you want to invest now. You shouldn't be buying a land when you are looking for a house to buying a land or an apartment or a house when you're looking to move in 6 months or in 1 year. If that is what you're looking for, tell us to look for houses for you in places or land for you in an estate that is already people already living in there. But if you want to eventually move into a house, you know, maybe in 2 years, 3 years, this is the time you should invest in it, because it takes time for places to develop. Even the estate that I live in Songotedo, right? Even the estate that I live is all developed. We have, I've lost, in fact, it's a big estate that has smaller estates inside of it. So I can't even count the number of houses we have here. But most of the roads are bad because it's not a service estate, you know. So it didn't come with all the roads done for us and all that. So most of the roads, it is as we are living in here that they are seeing how bad the road is, that the community is coming together, let's fix the road, and they fix it. So it takes years for things to come into their full picture, and you see it and you're like, oh, that area is good. It takes time. So please be realistic with yourself. It is okay to have, we all like good things. We all want to live in Lekki Phase 1 if we can afford it. Well, maybe just not me because of the water problem. I wouldn't want to be in a place because a lot of people are there and then there's water. Maybe not me. But a lot of people want to live there, right? No problem. If you have the money, no problem. But when you don't have the money, be realistic with the situation at hand. Even in Bejuleki, like the refinery side of Bejuleki, we don't have land. C/O land is 6.5. I say these things in my videos. C/O land is 6.5. Gazette land is 6.5. So when you come to me and say, oh, I want to buy land in developed area, or it can't be beyond that job, and it's 3 million, I'm just like, oh, this person is wasting my time. So please be informed. This is why I'm bringing you this video. I'm like, some of you don't keep it real. Hello. Yeah, I know my surrounding is looking very different right now. The thing is, I have a home office where I work from, and that's where I do my videos. But right now the generators nearby is just driving me crazy. I have one close to me here also, but it's not as loud. So I had to leave the office because there's this generator that just came up that was blasting, and I'm determined to finish. Usually when the noise around me is just too much, that you have to be hearing it from the video. I just don't do videos that day, but today I'm determined to finish this video. So what was I saying? I was saying that basically your pockets, you know what they say about cutting your coats according to your cloth? Yeah, they used to say cut it according to your size, but that doesn't work anymore, because if your size, your cloth is not enough for your size, what will you do? So cut it according to your cloth. That's what happens in real estate. You know, you just have to be realistic with yourself of when it comes to locations, the prices, and the time it takes to make, you know, to develop these estates. Now, the only estate that we have that is on the road is Urban Prime Estate. Urban Prime Estate that is just on that Embramadesonya Ogombo Road. The reason why we could even get that estate on the road is because that whole of Ogombo was kind of abandoned. I think most part of it is a government area. So that's why it took a long time for Ogombo Road to, to start coming up. But now it's just starting to come up. That's why Landway was fortunate to, get a land on that express. But it almost never happens that in a developed area you still see an estate close to the road. I mean, just on the road. Now, if the estate is not just on the road, you expect that in an area that is still coming up, the roads are not going to be completely done. It's just not realistic to expect the roads to be completely done. Even the areas that we live, like I said, my streets and 3rd Street, most of the roads in my estate are not good. Of course, that's why a lot of you, I encourage you to live in a service estate. A service estate, all things are done for you. It's just that you have to pay a service charge. But when you don't want to pay a service charge, and I'm not talking of a poor estate, I'm talking of an estate where you pay about ₦1 million for rent. Yeah, that's what I pay here. So it's Lagos is expensive. Lagos, if you want to live in Lagos is expensive. If you want the life, you pay the money. If you don't have the money, then make do of what. Invest early. If you are looking to maybe relocate to Nigeria in 5-10 years, start to invest now. Invest in that place now, so that by then, when you are moving down, that place is likely to be all done. But you can't not have the money for it and then start saying that, oh, you want a place that will be ready in a year. It's almost unrealistic. So I had to just do this video and let you all know that, see, this is the reality of it. And I'm known to keep things, keep things straight with people. I have no reason to lie to you, because really there's no reason to lie. There are so many options. Whatever you want, I can get it for you, and still get a referral fee on it. So I have no reason to lie to you. So when I took clients out today client relative out today for inspection, and they were talking as if it made me feel like, giving the impression like you didn't give the full story. I'm just like, nah. I'm probably still one of the only ladies that usually do really detailed videos when I go for site inspections and show the whole area. Some people will say, oh, people don't take time to watch such long videos, but I know a lot of you are based abroad. You need those details, so I try to get those details for you, even if it's appealing to the eyes or it's not appealing to the eyes, because if I hide it from you, you're still going to find out anyway, but when you send someone or when you finally visit. So I really don't. So when somebody is making it feel like, oh, you didn't tell the true story or that, I just said I should. This is a little bit of ranting, and this is a little bit of keeping it real. I really need to I had to just open up to you guys and tell you guys these things, so that when you're making real estate investments, you know what you're doing. That's why I even do these videos, so that everything is clear to you as you're doing it. If you want a good place, you don't have the money for a good place, then you settle for what you get. Otherwise, because if you say, I'll keep looking for a good one, you will not. Price keeps going up. It's ridiculous. Like the Landway Land that just launched today, estate that just launched today, Awoyaya is like 20, at least it should be at least 20 minutes drive from Ajah. Yeah, 20 minutes drive from Ajah. If you have no hold up holding you on the way, 20 minutes drive from Ajah itself. That's where Awoyaya is, and they are selling it for 18.5, and not even for a 600 square meter, for a 500 square meter. What does that tell you? We don't even have lands. I have a client that's been on me, reaching out to me, telling me he wants something between Ajah and Songotedo. He doesn't want to, between Ajah and Abidjan. Eventually, I added Abidjan because I said, Songotedo, we don't have lands, and we're still looking for the lands, because the Kamba War that we were selling that had some lands already sold out. So I don't even have lands to recommend to people in Abidjan. I don't have lands to recommend to people in Songotedo. There are lands in Songotedo, of course, but The land I can recommend, because I will not recommend what I can't buy. That's just the truth. The land I can recommend that has title, proper title, and it is not on inside water. Of course, in an estate you see some water. That you can't help it. Anywhere you see some water, whether it's island or not, there's bound to be some water somewhere in the estate. But that the whole place is just water and the whole area is just water, I can't recommend such land. So a land that is decent, that has title, we don't have it right now. Between that Aja and Abijo, we don't have. The only one we have right now sorry, excuse me, in Aja, is too expensive. That's the urban prime that is selling for 33 million a plot, total package. That's inclusive of development fees, survey. So if you want that, that is on an area that you can just move in. It's on the express there. You know, I don't know why, like I always say, I don't know why a lot of you want to live on the express, on a major express where you are hearing pound, like money to not a peaceful place. I don't know why, but if you want that one, it's there. Bring 33 million. You get what I'm saying? So let's be realistic, please, and don't make me out to look like, because for me, what I pride myself in is telling you the truth. Whether it is good, whether it is bad, I'll tell you the truth. You know, so that's everything. I think I shouldn't go on blabbing. I think I've said everything that needs to be said. I really, if I'm introducing you to inside my house, you should know how much I really want to complete this, and then how much well, funny enough, I feel so relaxed like this, doing video like this. I might consider it for the future. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you like how I'm chilled like this and just talking to you. Like, I feel like you are a friend. Like, you know, I'm expressing myself to you and you are in front of me. That's how this sitting on this chair is making me feel. I'm feeling very comfortable than in my office where I can rest my back. But, well, although I can rest my back, but just not like this. So that's it. If you have questions, let me know. But that's just it. Invest now. Invest now. Invest what you can afford. Like, buy what you can afford. Invest in what you can afford. That's what I meant to say. Invest in what you can afford now. There's nothing like, I'll do it, another one will come out. You can hear some people say that, okay, don't worry, when another one come out, where is it coming out? Where is the land? Where is the land? We are running out of lands. You know, very soon we're going to be going to, in fact, some estates are already there already. After the Lakapan, you go inside. Very soon, some of you won't have the choice. That's where you go and buy land. And of course, development will still get there. It will still be maybe in 10 years. You'll not be telling people that, when that land was there, we were all saying it was bush. You know, you want to have that experience. You want to have that returns, but you're not doing things as should be done, or you're not being realistic with yourself. You do it now. Do it early. If you do it early, then it has time to, probably before you even come in the next 2-3 years, it has developed. You won't even see what we saw, you know. And then, no, it takes time for things to come up. It takes some time. If you want a place you can move in 6 months, in 1 year, don't buy estates that are on off-plan payments. I mean, don't buy apartments that are available on off-plan payments, because there's a reason they are available on off-plan payments. It means you can take time to pay it, and it also means that it will need time to develop. Do you understand? But as long as you're seeing that the estate is working, like with the site inspection I went today, it was when they both got there, they saw that work was going on site. It's not like it's an abandoned site. Look at Amen Estate Phase 2. When people look at Amen Estate Phase 1, they are very happy. They are very impressed. You get a lot of calls about Amen Estate Phase 1. Do you know how long it took them to get to that level? To get the estate to that level? It probably took 7-10 years to get to that level, because that estate is big, and what they achieved there is amazing. Now we've started Phase 2 again. Now Phase 2 is taking Phase 2 about 2 years to get to the stage it is now, and it's a very big estate, and what they are developing now is just a section of the estate, and people can move in hopefully by the end of this year. But the other sessions, for the full session to be completed, it's going to take another 6 years, 7 years for the full session to be completed, because that's a big estate that they now had to divide into sessions, so that each session has its gate. So it's not like 4 estates inside of one estate, which I like, because each one will have its own 2 entrance, 2 exits, and so it's like small estate inside a big one. It's a brilliant idea, but it's going to take, when people will see it in another 6 years, 8 years, when it's all done, that's when they'll be impressed. And it is that time some people will now want to buy, which is the benefit for those who are investing now. You understand? Because then you can now sell 2 times, 3 times the price. MNSA started selling at 10 million when it was just fully bush. Now it's selling for 17 million. Because as development progresses, that's how they'll keep increasing the price. So imagine people who bought at 10, and I even heard it didn't start at 10, but when we came on board as partners, it was 10 million. I heard it started lower than that, So if you don't want to buy into something that is upcoming, no problem. Buy into something that is finished. You will pay 2 times, 3 times what that person paid, and it is fine if you have the money. It's not everybody that will wait for something to grow. Some people, you can't help it. Some people will still come after it is all done. You can't help it. Some people just want to see things. Some people cannot invest in anything coming up. They want to see it done. It's no problem. Anything you want, you can get. Is your money. So understand these things when you're investing, so that you don't make me look bad unnecessarily. My name and everything is all I've got, and I will always keep it 100. And people who've worked with me and people who leave me testimonials, this is what they know, and this is why they keep wanting to work with me. Anyway, so until I come your way again, this is everything I have to say. I think I've said too much than I wanted to say, and I've taken so much time, but oh god, this video felt good. I unburdened myself, and I hope that a lot of people would will relate to this and will understand this and do better. I want to help you, but you also help me help me so that I can help you. You understand? So until I come your way again, my name is Carrie Toje, and bye for now. Stay safe out there. There's still pandemic, so keep wearing your nose mask and all that. Don't feel too comfortable yet. I wish you good health. Bye.